a lot of these were repeat questions that we did in the same year in 2023, but are just some 2024 predictions.
All right, we'll run through those real quick with you. Up 5% from last year. 67% believe Rep will have the most impressive list of new product releases. Just to remind you, it was 62% last year, so most people still think Rep will continue that streak. 39% think Rogue will have better product releases in 2024 versus 2023. That is significantly down, almost cut in half. It was at 62% last year. So people are kind of thinking like Rogue's not going to be pumping out new releases. 40% say Titan will impress us with a new product release. It was 51% last year. You can say that one's about the same, down a little bit. And then finally, Rogue will acquire. Is that your prediction that you put in there at the end?
No, sorry. I forgot to put a percentage in there. Let me just look that up real quick, and we'll just leave this in there.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and read the rest. I messed up reading it. Rogue will acquire another company in 2024. If I remember right, that was reasonably high when we asked in 2023. 2024, that number is?
It is 63% think so.
63% stays pretty high then. Okay. Yeah. Those are our 2024 predictions with your guys' input there.
We actually have a few more. So let's move on to, so will the size of the home gym community change in 2024? 57% think yes, it will grow. 15% say yes, but it will get smaller. And then 29% say no, it'll stay the same. And then we've asked this question for the last few years, and it really hasn't changed at all. And it didn't really change much this time either. There's chances a new piece of tech for the home gym will capture your attention in 2024. About 15% said high, 30% medium, and the bulk of people are saying low. So 55% say low, and 2.5% say neutral.
All right, we have a USA-made products question. Which company is going to be making the most noise in 2024? Again, this is U.S. companies. The biggest vote receiver is Kabuki Strength at 32%. And then about all the same in like the low 20s, we have Bridge Built at 22%, Surplus Strength at 24%, and AbMat at 21%.
Yeah, I really wanted to have Clevabuilt in there, but Instagram only allows 4. Should maybe do this again with Clevabuilt somewhere in there. And then a few more. So who will create the most innovative product, and then who will create the best product? So as far as innovative, the options were Rep, Bulletproof, Rogue, and Other. So Rep won this one with 41% of the votes. Bulletproof was an easy second with 31% of the votes. Other received 20% of the votes, and Rogue only got 9%. And then as far as best product release, Rep killed this one with 51% of the votes. Other was actually second with 20% of the votes. Rogue was 19% of the votes. And then the last one was we bunched Bells of Steel and Titan, and they received 10% of the votes.
So cool to be doing this for as long as we have, Jake, because we used to bring on the round tables, and the big question that we'd always ask, I felt like, is will Rep overtake Rogue in the home gym community? And now we're seeing people's input kind of showing that. It's interesting.
Very interesting. All right. And then I did this last year too. I made a few predictions for 2023. I have some for 2024 as well. And I feel like for whatever reason,
I like it, by the way. It's a good one.
This year was harder. And I think this idea would be huge for Rogue, though. I really truly think I don't know numbers and what it would take, but prediction number one. So last year I predicted Rogue would acquire AvMat, but this year I'm predicting that Rogue acquires another company, but it's not an equipment company. So I think the number one company that they could acquire would be a supplement company, but they could also do an apparel company and then also shoes. But I'm thinking about like if I'm Rogue and I can be the exclusive provider of a specific supplement, for example, it's only sold on Rogue's website. Then you get, and specifically if it's a supplement from like these two right here, which Justin Medeiros and Matt Fraser, which is like Podium. Imagine Podium only being sold on Rogue's website. All the additional traffic that these guys, and I think the Buttery Bros, our partner, like they would send all of that to Rogue's website. So I think like partnering with an athlete-based supplement, apparel, or shoe company has massive potential. And I think Rogue and Podium would be like crazy. I think that same thing goes with like Rep. Rep could do the same thing if they have the right. But Rogue has more of that like athlete versus athlete. Feel like they have the better athlete relationships. So yes, you like that idea?
I like that idea because, I mean, they have these things like apparel and shoes like in their catalog, but I think what you said makes the most sense, those exclusive rights, like acquiring even portions of the company and getting exclusive rights that it's only shopped through at Rogue. And then you get like big names backing it. People have to find it. Where do they go? They go to rogue.com. So,
yep.
Super cool.
Yeah. Number two, I think the Adonis from Rep is going to be the product of the year. I mean,
oh man, it looks sick.
Yeah, that's not too big of a prediction. I
don't know. There's going to be one at Home Gym Con, right? Do you think there's going to be one at Home Gym Con?
There's going to be
one at Home Gym Con. There is going to be one. Okay, good. I want to play.
I would say I have 99% confidence that one is going to be. It's the specialty machine, the official specialty machine of Home Gym Con. It has that title.
There it is.
So should be there.
Sweet.
And then I have a few other predictions. So trends will continue to see. So I think we'll see a continued focus, and with that, just like better rack attachments, better adjustable dumbbells, just like Rep just released, and then more functional trainer type machines. So not necessarily like all-in-ones like we thought. I guess maybe they are considered just all-in-ones, but like we've seen Bells of Steel release some like functional trainers that do more than just functional trainers. Even like just the Adonis is kind of that like vibe. It's like a specialty machine, but it does quite a bit more than one thing. I think we'll see Rep partner with even more USA manufacturers. I'm pretty sure that will happen. And then just some companies that I think will make some noise in 2024. I think Kabuki's going to be back. I think I think they got some funding. I think they are like they need innovation, and I think it's going to happen. So I don't think there's been like a specialty bar that has like captured our attention in 2023. Was there?
There were some early releases, but they kind of get all meshed together. Nothing that that still carries like a big release.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
And
I feel like all the specialty bars we got were just versions of bars that already were. We got a bunch of safety squat bars, a bunch of open trap bars, a bunch of Swiss bars like bench bars and things like that. Cambridge Swiss bars were big for a little bit. We've seen all that, and that's great. And I want like different versions coming out. Definitely awesome, but nothing like, can I say, the Transformer bar has really come around. I mean, it's been a while since like a new bar has
Right.
come about.
And that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Kabuki's the one to do it.
Put the mad scientists at work.
Yeah. All
I
right,
like
and
it.
then a few more. I think Fringe. So think about like 5 years ago. I think like Rep and Fringe were kind of at the same level, and Rep kind of went a took a different level versus Fringe. I think Fringe is going to find their groove with. It's not going to be the same as Rep, but I think they're starting to release some cool products that
Yeah.
are like innovative, and then they also just have their own like flair. So I think Fringe is someone to keep an eye on. Dialed Motion, I think like I didn't want to state the obvious with Bulletproof, but I think if anyone else has kind of like the innovative potential, I think Dialed Motion. I got to play with some both of their trolley systems at Kyle's a couple weeks ago. It's pretty cool. And then Freak Athlete. I think they have a specific product that they're going to release at Home Gym Con, and I think they're
Ooh.
going to keep. We're going to get it on the calendar and everything. So it'll be. I think they'll have a few in 2024. Just gut feeling, and then also maybe I have a little insight. So
I saw
those
you smirking earlier about some American-made companies that might be making some noise. He knows something.
I
TBD.